excellent. You said the last name perfectly.
I did, but that's only because you told me how.
I know. I had to give you instructions, break it all down for you.
Yeah, and he spelled it and everything.
I'm excited to be here with you guys.
I'm glad you're here. I'm glad we finally get to meet in person.
I know. I'm the face of Stickam, right? People that are seeing me on Stickam, they're saying, what the hell are you doing on TechZulu now?
I know. Well, there's so much love between TechZulu and Stickam anyway, so...
Yeah, I just interviewed Efron from TechZulu about a half hour ago on our feed, so I came over here and I definitely wanted to check out what you guys are doing. I absolutely love it. It's great.
So you're a New Yorker at heart, aren't you?
Oh my God, hardcore New Yorker. Born and raised in Queens. This is as far as I go. I can't leave the area, the 20-mile radius from my house.
Can't leave the island?
It's hard. It's hard for me. I don't know. Maybe it's like my OCD and my neuroses. For people who watch the show know I'm out of my mind. And I just can't leave this place. This was a big trip. I'm shaking in the car.
You're on the way to the Javits Center going, oh God, oh God.
The cars are everywhere. So this is a big trip for us.
This whole like cross-town thing is awful.
I don't know. Don't you guys have it in LA? Isn't it bad there, the traffic?
We have our own type of gridlock, but it's spread out. I mean, LA is big. It's just really spread out, so there are lots of options in terms of how you can get from point A to point B.
I'm literally 28 minutes away from here if I took the train.
Yeah.
Driving, it took us 2.5 hours this morning to get here. It's unreal. If you're coming to New York, don't drive. Whatever you do, don't drive here. It's the worst.
We actually took the metro last night. You'll be very proud to hear.
You guys went around?
No, we just took it uptown.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Just take it to one way.
But I don't know. I'm a New Englander originally, so I understand public transportation.
Well, you're on the East Coast, so you're an East Coast person.
Yeah.
It's different, totally different.
Yeah. But it was still kind of tricky.
This is why I don't travel. I stay in Queens.
Still have to come to LA, though.
November we're coming, and there are talks that I might end up moving there soon.
Ooh, so first he changes his name like someone in Hollywood would, and now he's thinking about moving to California.
I just need to develop bad habits and have a true Hollywood story, and I'm set. That's all I want.
I think that could be arranged.
I'm on my way.
So let's talk a little bit about your show. What specifically do you do with Andrew Zarian? And it's 24 hours.
Yeah,
how do you fit? What do you fit in that?
So we're always live, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The feed is up. We're replaying some of the old shows, so if you miss it, we have 8 shows on the network, all covering different topics, from my show, which is like a comedy show and news-based show, to technology. We do a lot of tech because our core is tech, and this is what the industry, new media, so everybody's involved. We have a men's call-in show, so guys call in and complain about what's happening in their lives, and we just spread it out. We want to be as broad as possible because we want to attract as many people to the network. So if you're not into what I'm doing, you might be into what somebody else is doing, and that's great because you're watching the network, so even if you hate me. Some people do, so.
Well, it still makes them watch.
Absolutely.
So how many shows total are on the network now?
8 to 9. We're launching another 3 in the summer, so we're going to be, my goal is to be at 15 by the end of the year, but sometimes you add some, sometimes you take away, so it's constantly changing. So I'm at about 8 or 9 now, and then we want to be at around 15.
Now, you spoke here at Blog World.
I did.
And you actually made some people leave the room. Why?
I don't know. Some lady left. I made a comment about a cat, and we were talking about how you got to
Don't mess with the cat ladies.
I know. YouTube was all mad because it's all about cats. I'm a cat person. I was talking from the heart. We were talking about how you shouldn't, when you're doing a show, right, you're trying to attract as many people as possible. So even if you're going to talk about cats, be as broad as possible. Don't sit there and talk about snuggle time with your cat. And I made the joke that I'm not going to sit there and talk about snuggle time with my cat Stanley. And this lady, maybe she wants snuggle time with Stanley, maybe she wants to cuddle with her cat, and that's what she does. So she got up, she took her laptop and her iPad, and she just walked out. So I had the first person walk out. This was the first time I gave a speech at an event like this, and my first person walked out. So it was great.
So what were some of the other things aside from don't just talk about snuggling with Stanley? What are some other things you talked about during your session?
So we discussed how what you need to do to become an internet broadcaster and to broadcast on your own terms. What does it mean? TechZulu obviously does it on their own terms. You guys are the leading broadcasting type network for conferences and entrepreneurs to get their product out. You have to be extremely original, and that's what I was trying to discuss. How you could be original, how you could have a great look, and how you could attract an audience. The reality is there's no trick You can't put in some code and
Wait. The trick is there's no trick?
That's the trick right there. Pandora's box has been opened. It's over. Everybody's.
What are we listening to once Pandora's box is open?
I don't know. What do we listen to when Pandora's box is open? Some 80s Depeche Mode, maybe.
I hear tell that there might be some impromptu karaoke tonight.
Where is this happening?
We'll have to talk off camera because otherwise I think people would kill me.
I'm going to do it.
You want to do it?
Karaoke.
You do karaoke with me?
Horrible 80s music.
Yes!
That's my goal in life. Actually, I'm turning the network into horrible 80s music.
I will so be there.
I know Stickam will be really
I'll be in the chat room.
But we're really trying to attract as many people as possible, and the goal is consistently put out a decent product. You don't have to be the best at what you're doing. Right. I don't claim to be the best. I really had no idea what I was doing when I was starting, and I made a lot of mistakes. But if you constantly grow and you constantly build your relationship with the audience and you're deep into the social networking scene, you're going to be able to create an audience. The amazing thing, some people are coming up and saying, especially at this conference, a lot of podcasters, a lot of people that are broadcasting, they say, well, I've been doing it for like 2 years and my audience, I don't have a large audience. And when you ask them, well, do you broadcast live? Do you have a chat room? Do you Twitter? And they say, no, not really. I just put it out on a podcast. I think that's the missing key. I think that's the thing that's missing here.
Interactivity?
Absolutely. It's big news, right?
I know, seriously.
Big surprise.
Interactive television. Imagine that. Truly, real time, interactive TV. Is that what we're doing right now? Oh my goodness.
I have to leave. You guys found out.
Wait. Oh gosh, the secret's out.
I think it's amazing. I think what you guys are doing here is amazing. At Blog World, you're meeting so many people and you're able to network, and it's in New York this year, the first year here in New York. There aren't many people doing this here, but I hope that in the coming years, as it grows, there are going to be more TechZulus and more GFQ networks. So we all network and we sing Kumbaya together, right? That's the goal.
Well, that's what will happen when you come to California and we all sit on the beach under, around a bonfire.
That's what I want. That's just what I want. Just lay on the beach, do nothing.
Well, we do a lot beyond just laying on the beach. We usually bring our laptops and stuff.
My goal in life, it's not really the GFQ network, it's to be a mediocre millionaire.
Okay, now you have to describe that. Where did that come from? Mediocre millionaire.
I don't want to be a celebrity. I don't want to work hard. I just want to be mediocre at life. Just get by and make a lot of money. Isn't that everybody's goal?
Is that capitalism, partially?
It could be.
It could be.
The American dream. The mediocre millionaire.
So, last thing then, you said that you made some mistakes yourself.
Yeah.
Are there any of those that you would care to share so that people might be able to avoid those landmines themselves?
Yeah, when we started, first the shows were bad. I mean, anybody starting off in this business, it's tough. You gotta evolve your form and you gotta change things when you're doing the broadcasting aspect. But when you're growing, we kind of had to pull back from the growth of the network because we were understaffed at the time and I couldn't do everything on my own, so I actually pulled back and we slowed down the growth so we're able to keep up. The last thing you want to do is grow to the point and get all these guests and get all these things lined up and you're not able to provide to that. So we made a couple mistakes with that, hiring the right people. That's a big thing. We made a couple mistakes in hiring people and the things that we did with that, and a couple shows we put on the network didn't work out either. So, but you learn from it. You have to make mistakes, right? It's with everything. You have to learn.
So at what point do you say this show isn't working and you pull it?
Week 6. I have, and part of the speech that I gave a 46-week trial. And it always happens like this. Week 1, everybody loves each other, right? You love me, I love you, we've been doing a great job. Week 2, you do a home run. Week 3, it gets a little tough. Week 4, the show is horrible. Week 5, I kick you off. And then you hate me. And you send me threatening letters.
And I guess last question then, why do you mainly use Stickam?
Because I love them. They gave us our first shot when we first started. Nobody really knew about us.
Okay. So you don't have to be a somebody to be on Stickam?
No, I'll tell you, with Stickam, they really gave us the opportunity to expand our network, and we really wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Stickam. I love everybody there because they gave us our shot, and I really owe it to them for our success and elevating us to the next level, because a lot of the other sites really don't want a no-name being exposed. They want, a celebrity, right? They want a
Like a typical broadcast network would.
sure, yeah. But with Stickam, they're looking for the next guy, right? They're looking for the next big thing, and they're trying out all different people, and they gave us our chance, and it worked out well.
So Stickam is almost like an A&R department of the live streaming world.
Absolutely. I agree with you. Yeah. Could be.
I like that. Cool. Well, hopefully we will see you in California soon.
Soon, maybe in a month or so, I'll be out there, and I'll come by and I'll say hello to everybody.
Well, you know that we'll be really mad if we find out you've been there and you didn't say hi. So.
I walk right by the office. I peek in, I see you guys, and I go the other way.
We will track you down.
I bet.
You've seen Efren, right?
He's a scary dude sometimes. He's a big guy. I mean, if I pissed him off, I'm sure he would come after me.
Do you know what his favorite hashtag is?
What is it?
New media muscle.
He is new media muscle. He's a stud, too.
I know, don't tell anybody.
Studly type dude here. I'm telling you, I thought I was a good-looking guy at this place. When I saw Efron, I said, oh, man, he got me beat.
The muscles, the hair, I mean, everything.
Yeah. I'm just bloated Zarian. That's my new nickname.
Bloated Zarian?
Bloated Zarian. When I'm next to him, I'm bloated Zarian.
Well, thank you, Andrew Zarian. Nice to have you. And we'll have you on the show when you're out in California.
Absolutely. 100%. I'll do it.
See you soon.
See you soon.
Bye. Andrew Zarian, everyone, from the GFQ network on Stickam. And a few other sites, too.
You could say Stickam. They're the important ones.